As we continue to address the disparities facing minority communities, we're digging deeper into solutions to make things more equitable in Milwaukee.
Our Sean Gallagher looks at the barriers that make it hard for many African Americans to succeed and what's being done to fix that. It's new at 5.
It's safe to say that we all want to set up the next generation to have it better off than we had it. But unfortunately for African Americans in Milwaukee, they have a more difficult time achieving that than anyone else. While there have been strides made in equality, it doesn't mean things are equitable in Milwaukee. Yes, traditional segregation is gone, but the underlying flaws to the system that impact African Americans more heavily remain, like in home ownership rates, quality education, and income. It's why we still continue to see such stark disparities. For example, nearly 57% of white high school dropouts in Milwaukee are employed, while black high school graduates, just over half are employed.
We just don't have the same opportunities, and we also don't have the same access to knowledge on how to do things as some of our white counterparts.
Marjorie Rucker is the executive director of the Business Council in Milwaukee. The nonprofit helps minority business owners excel. She says economic mobility is about creating opportunity.
If you have a business that starts at 5 employees and say they grow to 10 or 15 within a year, that's huge for a community.
But the opportunity just isn't there for African Americans in our city. A recent UW-Milwaukee study followed white and black children born into poor households in the late 70s and early 80s. Today, those white children earn 80% more money than the black children in the study.
How do you tell a child that they live in a world that where they are not considered valuable unless, it's to benefit someone else?
Marjorie says parents should start talking to their kids about the options out there, and that a traditional 4-year degree may not always be the best option in kids achieving economic mobility.
So if they want to go to college and they want to be an astronaut, that's great. If they want to be a mortician, that's equally necessary and responsible as well. So, it's really just learning about what's out there and then letting them pursue their opportunities.
Marjorie fears things could get worse before they get better. She says there are predictions that 50% of black-owned businesses could fail as a result of the pandemic, causing more turmoil in the pursuit of economic mobility. In Milwaukee, Sean Gallagher, TMJ4 News.